my God, it worked that time.
It worked. It
Holy crap.
Worked. Yay.
That's amazing. Hey, guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Make sure you got something in your hand. We're going to be asking you a little bit what drink you're drinking or spilling, depending on how the night goes.
Very true.
And in studio tonight, we have with us Jeremy Evans, which is a friend of ours.
Yeah.
That's me.
And musician. And that he'll have to correct me on his band name because I say it backwards every time.
Okay.
I just asked him right before I said, "Now is it one pulse drop or one drop?"
It's one drop pulse. Yeah. We've been playing music for a lot of years. We were just some friends that got together one day, and I was like, "Hey, you play music? I play music. What do you think?"
And it's all classical music, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
classical reggae.
we play reggae music,
Yeah.
and we are reggae influenced. I just kind of want to give that a holler because we do play a lot of like Damien Rice stuff. We do play a lot of good covers, things
Your
like
covers
that.
are really good.
Yeah. We try to mix it up when we play. Just try not to sound like everybody else out there. So, one drop pulse. You ever get a chance and you see a flyer out there, or you see us playing? Come on out.
It's worth it. It's a good time. You guys are
fun.
fantastic.
No, thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Let's see. What are we? I don't even know where to start. We have so many good
Why do I have
things
so many
to talk about tonight.
different things from you in one?
I'm sending you private messages.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I see what you've done here.
Okay, we have a lot of really good beer to talk about. We have a lot of really good whiskey to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
We have this fancy
little tap system
back here that we'll try. Sean, I don't know why I didn't use it on this IPA. But
you have 2 cans.
It's true.
Got 2 cans.
Yeah. Thanks for coming down, man.
Dude, no problem. I mean, you guys are really a hop, skip, and a jump away. And as beer fans, I'm surprised I haven't been down here sooner, to be completely honest. Hanging out with you 2 yahoos.
You need to come down more often so that we drink more beer, because we've wound up drinking a lot of whiskey lately.
Well,
Which I don't feel like that's a big
I cannot
deal,
figure
right?
out how to share that link.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I need it on my. I need it in text,
email?
not
in text,
or email's fine.
Okay,
but not Messenger is stupid.
So
Messenger
here's the
will let
kicker.
you silly. So we've got a StreamYard guest coming on. If you guys ever seen Up the Gut podcast, Matthew Ehlers is going to be on here after a while with us, and who knows if Patrick will join us or not. It'll be a surprise to all of us, I guess. And I think it probably has a lot to do with how well the Bills do tonight as to whether Patrick will be in the mood for being on here.
Are they playing tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Bills and Patriots.
Dude.
So I don't mean, I'll wait till Matt gets on before I talk about it. So,
yeah. We were on their podcast Wednesday night.
Yes.
And we made some predictions.
Yes.
And from what I understand, we didn't do that bad. Is that correct?
Yeah, we really didn't, actually. For basically just bullshit guessing, I think I did pretty well.
Yeah. So
what is that?
What's what?
Oh, the doorbell thing keeps going off, but I know for a fact the door is locked, unless somebody else actually just come in.
Yeah, I don't know. Our doorbell has not worked for a very long time, and it started working, about 15 minutes ago?
Yeah, literally. I walked in
before
and
the show went on.
You're like, hey, the damn doorbell's working again.
Yeah, go pull the door closed. And I went up and the door is closed.
Keep the haters out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What's everyone drinking tonight? I know, Jeremy and I are drinking a Breckenridge Hop Peak IPA that I was going for a Tank 7 out of the fridge, and this rolled out on the floor, and I thought, why, that's a sign if I ever saw one.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a beer sign.
Is that anything similar to this? I don't know if you guys can see that ginormous dent.
That's good.
That we.
If you're gonna drink a beer, it better have a dent in it.
Yeah, That's
especially with the taste bud guys, right?
That's a collaboration beer we got from Springfield, and didn't make it through the parking lot before we dropped the 4-pack. I had to run back in and drink one of them, like shotgun style.
That's a story and a half, which we will get to in a little bit. Whiskey. I think I poured myself that Broken Barrel peated. And what are you sipping on?
So he gave me what, rock? Is that what this is?
Rocktown?
Rocktown, yeah. Out of Arkansas.
So
I'm super impressed.
As we said, Jeremy didn't have time to sample everything, thankfully, probably because he
oh my gosh, I wouldn't be able to drive.
And so I was like, all right, there's a couple things you absolutely have to try before you leave here, and this is one of them. And I give him the Rocktown chocolate malt because it's I think it's just such a standout whiskey.
It's pretty solid, for sure.
It's more standout if you have their others.
Yeah, and well, it's funny. We were in there and we're just chit chatting, sounding like we know what we're talking about. You know, I'm sounding like I know what I'm talking about, really what it is. And I took a sip and I'm like, man, it's not every day that you have a chocolate malt in any type of bourbon or whiskey with a sour mash, because those two things to me
go together.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like a dark chocolate.
It really does. And
bittersweet.
It's really good stuff.
Yeah,
it's a good sipper for sure.
Chris has brought, that's the third bottle he brought back.
We're live. I just got the notification.
Oh, good. That's
also
good.
I just texted you Matthew's email because I'm too silly to figure it out. So,
okay.
Anyways, go ahead.
So we Chris has brought 3 bottles of Rocktown back. The first bottle I thought was pretty much awful, maybe good for cocktails.
Yeah.
Second bottle,
that's what he was saying.
Okay to sip on, but nothing I'd necessarily purchase. That bottle is like heads and tails out of the park good.
And I was talking about the mash. I said sour mash earlier. I'm not sure if this is wheated or sour because that chocolate malt comes through so well.
Yeah.
And it's so smooth. It's super delicious. I really enjoy this.
Yeah,
it's a really good sipper.
We're all a fan of that one. I think it is the standout whiskey that they make down there, and I've got to get back down there because I don't want that bottle to go dry. Tyler says he's drinking Moscow Mule. Jared wants to know what you think of that Broken Barrel, Lyle.
Get that email off to Matt so he can join our show here in a minute. The Broken Barrel, here's the thing. I was forewarned that to not expect it to be a bourbon and just to think of it as just whiskey. And it kind of does remind me of that Muskogee mash a little bit. It's a little smokier. Jared, do you remember how much that ran a bottle? Price point, what we're looking at? We'll know.
Well, I know at the wine center it was sitting at like $50, $55.
It's good. I don't think it's that good. I think I'd be really happy I'd be thrilled at 30, happy at 35. At 40.
It might have been 45. I was thinking it was 50. But I also knew you was going to say that. And that is because, man, I'm losing my sight. I could barely even see that from here. I like unique whiskeys. I like whiskeys that has character and is standout and is fine. And you definitely like the punchy traditional bourbons.
Yeah,
and
I want it to be hot.
I knew this would not be your favorite thing. And granted, if you're looking for a bourbon and you go to grab this is not going to be something that makes you happy. But if you're kind of like in that mood for something a little different, you want something to stand out, you want to get, maybe not looking for Lefroy, but you want something that's out there and kind of on its own. This Balcones Brimstone, which we got on the shelf behind you, and stuff like Muskogee Mash you mentioned, those are very unique whiskeys that will kind of make you go, oh, well, that's totally different.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
And that's why I like stuff like that. But I knew this would be in my wheelhouse and not yours. So
let's see.
Jared said he wasn't pleased with it. Stands Up to Ice was way hot when he first opened.
Some whiskeys do that too.
Actually, Patrick
and bourbons do that as well.
Ooh.
I mean,
Patrick, are you you have Rocktown? Wait, to your personal bar or a bar near you? Because if it's your personal bar, we know where that is, and we're going to need to.
We have a good idea.
We're going to need to.
They know
run that in.
This guy doesn't, but you might have a visitor one day.
Is Patrick joining us too? I assume.
I don't know. We'll see if Patrick comes in with Matt or not. I guess make sure they both have the invite. If they want to pop in, we can brag about all our picks from this weekend.
Yeah. So we see Matt there.
Oh, Matt did pop in. Okay.
Yeah.
He's already in.
With Up the Gut podcast, we were on Wednesday night. We're going to talk some football in a little bit.
Yeah, actually, I don't know. Matt might have to go to work. We might want to talk to him first, and then we'll talk to Jeremy. Because how long are you here for, Jeremy?
No, I'm here. I'm here until the clock strikes 0.
Okay, let's
And
bring
time
Matt
is
in,
up. So,
in case he has to get to work. That way
sounds
he
good.
can get off, and then we'll.
Do you
then we'll
watch
talk to Jeremy.
football, Jeremy?
oh my gosh! So
Wait,
I'll tell you something.
wait. I can't. I know we've watched football together, so I
Yeah.
know that was a bit of a leading.
No, it's
question.
okay. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's cool.
But so team, just so everyone can be.
Yeah, I'm an Eagles fan.
Yeah, they do get some Cowboys.
Yeah, so not only I love Jalen Hurts. He really came in and just kind of turned that team around for a little bit, and then I think he got so close to the playoffs, he just got nervous. And I feel like first game jitters kind of happened.
Who won that game the other night?
Oh, the Cowboys.
Not the Eagles.
Not the
But
Eagles.
I believe I made that
But-
prediction.
Here's the thing. I actually predicted the Eagles would win that, and they should have won that. And for some reason, the Cowboys actually decided to play football that night, which was so.
Oh, the Cowboys
damn
defense just showed
weird.
up. I mean, and it showed up out of nowhere.
Here's
They
the thing.
really did.
Patrick
They
says
played
he
a
will
great
not
game.
be joining, but
Okay.
Matt's already in, so we're talking football. Let's bring Matt on.
I want to have one point in that
Okay.
the reason the Cowboys did so well the other night is because Derrick Henry had a great night.
Yeah, man, King Henry, dude.
All right, let's
King
bring
Henry.
Matthew, bring up the gut. How's it going,
Oh
man?
my gosh! Whatever.
Oh, what team doesn't Derrick Henry play for?
I
Apparently
know,
he
right?
plays
You know.
for every team at
Dude,
this point.
Matt,
He's
that's
had
the
a
first words
phenomenal
you've
weekend.
spoken, and those were such a great point.
So, if you didn't watch Up the Gut podcast Wednesday night that Matt's a part of and host of, they were asking predictions, and I was at the
Texans.
Yeah,
Texans and Titans mixed up, and I was like, I'm going to go Texans because I love Derrick Henry, and they're like, that doesn't fucking mean a thing. I don't know, like, why
All
would
of
you
us
say
is
that?
like, so why did you pick them again?
He doesn't even play for them. So there's that.
Derrick Henry did have a decent night, but the Packers absolutely shut their ass down, and I was tickled to see it. But it did make me slightly afraid of the Packers because
it made me happy. Because I was so happy to be wrong about something.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome.
dude, Packers, and that's your team, I know. And if
Yeah.
they play like that, we can't beat them.
Hang
They
on.
absolutely killed.
I switched some screens there. I was trying to find your Up the Gut logo here somewhere.
It's on there. There was.
I got Patrick guarding that. There it is.
We'd have to import the other one from there, which I could do here in a minute, I guess.
So,
I've got
Matt, how have you been since we last talked to you Wednesday?
I mean, I've been good. Green Bay clinched their division. They won last night. All we got
boy.
win next week, and we're the number 1 seed, and we get a week off.
Yes.
Nice.
And congratulations to that, by the way. Aaron Rodgers, man, I tell you, there's still, to me, I feel like he is the staple right behind Mahomes.
Oh, if he don't win MVP after the way this season's gone, I'm going to be real upset. Let's go
Better
show
watch
some more
out for
finance.
Derrick Henry.
yeah, he might get it. He might. I've heard that Derrick Henry's a hell of a
I mean,
quarterback.
the guy's killer.
He is, but I'd be shocked if the MVP went to a non-quarterback. That's just
No, I agree
what
with
he gets
you.
turned
I
into.
agree.
So, where do we stand on our
Wait a
predictions?
minute, didn't they have 2 non-quarterbacks in the MVP standings?
In the running,
Yeah,
I
no,
feel
right.
like there's
In the running, but a non-quarterback hasn't won since 2012.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where was we at on our standings? Well, let's assume that we are all correct in predicting that the Bills will win tonight.
Did I vote for the Bills?
Everybody voted for the Bills.
Okay, let's. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're playing the Patriots. I don't think anybody picked them.
So at this point, I believe Patrick and I will be 10 of 6 or 16.
Yeah.
And I think you ended up at 9 of 16.
Okay.
Is that right, Matt? And then I think
Yeah,
I think
because
the loss.
I picked the Titans.
I think, and I could. I that was last night when I run all those numbers through my head, so I might actually have them confused at this point. But I know I was really tickled that I actually picked some right. But there's also several games that we got wrong that I was shocked that there was like we all picked.
Yeah.
It was I think Jags or something. Why is that stupid thing going off?
I don't know.
Sorry, Matt.
Squirrels.
We have a doorbell that has not worked literally since we've run it. All of a sudden, it's just chiming
going off.
away.
It's got to be batteries or something.
Here, I'll
Yeah, unplug it. Unplug it, stupid thing.
But yeah, there are a few games like that. I mean, no one expected the Jets to win again.
Yeah, the Jets. I mean, normally you'd be shocked that the Browns won a game, but this time you're like, what? That's the game
I
they
think I
lost?
picked the Jets, didn't they?
No, we all four picked Browns, I think. Well, maybe that was the game.
Yeah.
Because
But-
one of the players is on my fantasy team that I can't remember the name.
Was it Derrick Henry?
No, it was Crowder. Something Crowder. Is that right?
He laughs.
Yeah.
He laughed when I picked him
And-
for the chair.
Anyway,
Well, going into that game, I didn't realize that the Browns were missing all of their receivers.
Absolutely. The COVID-19 thing, I mean, Jarvis Landry's out, so that's a huge hit already. You know,
yeah, no Landry, no OBJ.
no OBJ.
Even the other two were missing.
Yeah.
oh,
I mean, you don't have an offensive line like that. Of course, you're not going to win against the Jets. Even if the Jets actually have a really decent defense.
Okay, to be fair, Jared was drinking pretty heavy when I dropped that meat off a while ago. So I handled that against him. I was over there earlier, and he's talking about running around. He got a new what's the big thing that you wear when you're cooking?
apron.
Apron, yeah. So he got a new apron. Then he's like, I was thinking about just wearing that naked when you got out the door. And I'm like, well, I'm fucking leaving. Bye.
Chris secretly wanted to stay. Don't let him fool you.
That man is drunk.
Yeah, I think he's drunk now. I don't the Patriots. What
Scam
the
Newton,
heck?
get out of here.
Oh,
And if you guys see me keep peeking to my left, it's because my roommate's about to have the Patriots game on, so I'm kind of trying to follow that as it goes.
How's that going, actually?
yeah. Where are we?
It's just about to start.
Oh,
Oh, okay. We haven't even got kickoff
I was
yet.
trying to
Okay,
figure
so-
out why I couldn't get a score yet.
I was,
Now you know.
Blank.
Kickoff hasn't even started. All right.
It's just the Derrick Henry pre-show.
It's probably true.
The fact that the Packers defense held Derrick Henry under 100 yards made me so happy.
I
Mm-hmm.
was
I didn't think that was going to
Yeah.
happen.
so Packers is probably my second favorite team, and I was tickled to death the way they played. It actually did scare me a little bit, but it was also
It scared a lot of
First-
Packers fans, too.
good snow game I've got to watch all year, and I love a good snow.
Oh, that
game.
was crazy.
and
Yeah.
I was
Came
so
down
happy
over
when,
there.
as soon as I see it snowing, I was like, I got to watch this game. So anyhow, tickled to death. So you got to work tonight, Matt.
Yes. Yeah. It's my
So you're not drinking nothing, I would guess.
no,
That
unfortunately.
you can talk about on in front of anybody. So,
Have you drank anything that's super unique that you want to share?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess I used to pound. Oh man, what's it called now?
oh my god.
That paper screwed up already.
He got off screen and all I heard is, oh my God.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, my roommate's a huge Patriots fan, and
Oh,
it's been a
I'm
rough.
sorry, bro. It's been a rough go.
So what I hear is that a good thing happened.
A good thing for me.
Yeah.
And a good thing for Patrick. A great thing for Patrick.
crap.
Oh,
That's
man.
funny as can be. All right. So,
What do you guys have coming up on the podcast? Like I know week to week you guys go through all sorts of stuff. You recap every game and the ins and outs of everything. Like, how does that look as playoff season comes in and then Super Bowl? Are you guys you keep doing like game, but there's less games, right? So like
Yeah, it's gonna be less games, so we can get more in depth with them as the
Yeah.
playoffs go on, and we'll have our normal segments about should I be called Archibald, which I shouldn't because it's not my name.
so
we
what
completely
happens?
disagree with that.
What happens?
I just want that to be known that the Taste Bud guys do not endorse that statement. This is Matthew Archibald.
No,
What happens after the Super Bowl? Then what do you guys go off to?
whatever, whatever we feel like. If there's any big news, like someone gets traded, someone retires, we'll hit on that. But honestly, until the draft and stuff happens, at that point, it just turns into whatever we want to talk about podcast.
Now, I will. This is a second since we don't have Patrick on here. I'm going to give you a chance to clear the air.
No,
Joe Flacco. Now, do we really support him?
he's not the official quarterback of Up the Gut.
I knew
I'm gonna
it.
say that
I
right
knew
now.
it. Patrick's been lying to us all along. That bastard.
Ridiculous.
It's not that he's lying. I mean, he's 50% of the podcast, and he feels that he's the official quarterback. He just never ran that by me.
Kimball says Archibald is so regal. So,
I mean, it is, but that's not my name.
and then there's that.
Oh gosh, that's funny as can be.
I feel like it's.
I am.
But I haven't. I do miss drinking. I just can't do it nearly as often as I used to.
Yeah.
This boy over here has empty glasses.
2 empty glasses. The chat room is also not talking enough about what we're going to be drinking or not be drinking. So,
what do we have? What's next in our thing here?
One thing I am, though, I'm a huge whiskey sour guy. That's about my favorite thing right now.
Hey, man, there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's delicious.
Have you had the traditional whiskey sour, or are you talking about like college level whiskey sours? Like the sour mix out of the bottle?
Yeah, the sweet and sour of the bottle, that's how I make them.
So I love that stuff. I think it's amazing. I love just drinking them.
So much that he refused to share with me the other night.
Oh, no.
I was drinking whiskey, and he was like, I'm going to make me some whiskey sours. And I was like, whatever, man.
And then I was like, out a bottle and start drinking it.
Pretty good. And he refused to share it with me.
I put it back under the table. I'm like, we should have brought some.
For 2 hours, he would not share with me.
So there is a...
This is what I meant to.
There is a traditional version of the whiskey sour, which they make with egg whites, and it is so ridiculously good. Yeah. And once I've had them, I was like, okay, what it turns out is I like whiskey sour, sweet and sour mixed, and then I like actual whiskey sours. And them things are just, God, they're stupid good. And if you ever get a chance to make one or get one, just find out when you go to the bar if you order it, find out if it's made with egg whites or not, or if it's just the mix.
And also, Matt, I as a guy that loves his cocktails, myself, I don't drink a lot of cocktails, but at the same time, as a bartender, it's one of those things that when you have egg whites, it adds so much flavor to sour mix. It adds so much flavor to a lemon or a lime. There's a great mouthfeel in there. It's kind of thick. It's kind of not thick. It's really nice. It's just really good. And I know that what you're thinking, well, egg whites and sour mix, that doesn't sound like it goes together. It's actually a perfect match. It really is.
Free whiskey.
Sorry, Chris is over here.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had it with egg whites.
Yeah, and also make sure it's whipped and not shaken. If somebody says, well, yeah, we do use egg whites, we shake them. Always say, can you whip the egg white before you shake it?
Yeah.
That'll be the worst way. Toss your ass out of the bar and go,
there's that. Get out. Archibald, you are a pretentious fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Archibald asking for a whipped egg. Get his ass out of here.
You think we get a whisk back here? This is Buffalo, Missouri.
Now, pretty much the way I see him now is just sweet and sour mix, and they'll put Sprite in it for a little bubbly
for sure. And that's kind of a staple. It's an easy staple.
And it is totally good that way. And I'm not gonna just pound them at all. Them things, they're great. That's the way I've always drank it. But once I found out about the other way, oh my God, it's just such a more really good drink. And
once you find a better way, it's hard to go back.
It's really tough.
Sure.
But I like the sweet and sour mix. I drink it.
Yeah. I'm with you.
When I was like 20, when I was like 22 in the barracks, that's all it was just sweet and sour mix and whiskey, and that was all that went in there.
I mean, if you were in the Army or any branch of the military, first off, thank you. And secondly, that's what you had. You kind of just dealt with what you had around.
Well, I just never heard of the Sprite thing before. I was just like, yeah, sweet and sour mix and whiskey. That's got to be a whiskey sour.
Yeah,
that's a new one for me as well. Hey, let's talk about this Weller here for a second.
I told you.
So I haven't had Weller since the green label one we had.
Yeah,
a year and a half ago, probably.
And the green label is a special reserve.
That's exacally what that is.
And
it is the special reserve. So what this is, and I was just talking to Chris about this earlier.
No.
What this is?
We don't have a camera now.
It's a foolproof. Really good stuff. If you ever like foolproof bourbons, especially if you're a weed
bottle.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Turn that to the side so they can see the Macadoodles label. Other side. There you go. That's a single barrel select pick from Macadoodles in Springfield. So every year they pick a barrel from different distilleries or different places around the nation. This particular year, they did
Can I add that we are unhappily not sponsored by Macadoodles?
Yeah, no, I know. It is. It's funny because like you guys should be. You should be for sure.
We enjoy Macadoodles.
Yeah,
it's great.
Great
We
place
sing
to
their
buy
praises a
anything.
lot. And we would
I
like
was
to
going to say I believe that Bradshaw
It's a-
bourbon that we had
was that,
that was also from Macadoodles. Yeah.
we
Put
shot
a lot of money there.
A carnival for adult drinkers for
Maybe
sure.
it would not be in their best interest to sponsor us, considering how much we spend.
They might,
I
just
don't think we
might.
can afford to lose them as customers. Maybe let them keep buying here.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, Matt, you're up in Montana, correct?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was Oregon.
Is it? Where did you say you were?
No. Great Falls.
Great Falls. Great Falls. For some reason, I was thinking, I'm going to look up a map right now.
Great Falls itself isn't super gorgeous. It's a pretty methy town.
Yeah,
I literally think so.
I just feel like any town named Great Falls
see where
should be just
mediocre falls.
where Archibald should live.
Great
But
Falls.
honestly, have y'all been to Sedalia, right, in Missouri?
Yeah.
Corn
Great,
dog. Every
Great
state
Falls-
fair.
Yeah, Great Falls is a bigger, colder Sedalia.
Okay.
All right. Oh, you're way okay. All right.
God, you were way the hell up there from us.
That's
now
Canada.
I kind of get where you're at. So I go into Bozeman a little bit, and I've gone up to Helena and Butte. I've gone to Butte and then up to Helena.
I hear I hear that area though, Matt, and correct me if I'm wrong because I've never been to Montana, but I hear that area is actually really good for hunting. Do you do a lot of hunting out there, or does your family?
I'm not a big hunter, and the rest of my family stayed in Missouri. I just moved up here after the military because I had two friends that were from here. They were like, "Move up here, we can hang out." And I was like, "Sure." I'd never been up there before,
Yeah,
and I've been here for 11 years.
Well, hey, you must like it.
Montana's like
I would like it.
my
It's not
experience.
bad. It's just
It's so different than Missouri. In that, like the beautiful things about Missouri, Montana just flat doesn't have. And the beautiful things about Montana, Missouri just flat doesn't have.
I get you.
So it's like if you could. Well, here's my perfect thing would be to split my time equally between the Ozarks, Montana, and like Belize or some beachy place. Hope you
and your neighbor's elk are doing well.
Alvy's
That's
sassy.
great.
He's a sassy.
if my neighbors have an elk, it's because it's already been turned into food.
Oh man!
All right, so where's sauce in that Weller?
You know, this is quite a bit better than normal.
I remember really liking that green label, but it's been so long I don't remember any characteristics about it other than just really liking it. I would say the green label would be hard to beat this. This is really, really good.
I remember what did Jared bring down? I need to look up Weller's stuff real quick.
I was gonna say we might
And
have
just
to look up our
you.
own stuff because I don't remember.
Is that stuff you're drinking now better than that Bradshaw stuff?
Ooh, that Bradshaw stuff was really top notch. Now
I'll tell you,
the Bradshaw's just a spit hot in my.
I'm sorry, I want to give my opinion so much.
Yeah.
I just love Weller, and I'll tell you why. I really do. And the Antique 107 is the first thing that pops up, and I'll tell you why that's the first thing. This is the Buffalo Trace wine.
Archibald,
we're
going to. I'm going to move you off to the side a little bit. I'm going to keep you on, but we're going to share a screen here. There we are. Yeah. Okay. So this is what you're talking about, Jeremy, the Antique 107.
Yeah. And when it says balanced palate, like that is not a joke. The Antique 107 is fantastic. I mean,
so I have
good staple.
I haven't had this one. I believe that I've had this
There
one.
you go.
As that's the one I'm drinking now.
Oh, foolproof.
Weller's Special Reserve. I just looked at the episode, and that's exactly what we had. So,
Yeah, that one. And then
that's
I also think that I've had.
That's my favorite.
I think I've had this one as well, and I don't remember liking it.
I think we liked the Wellers, but like I say, I
have
think
not
this
had
is
that
better.
one, and I
This
haven't
has
had
got
that one.
some minty notes in it. It's kind of got a sweetness in the bottom.
I can't
and
afford
it's
that
not
one.
so hot. Oh shit!
I haven't had this, obviously. I haven't had this one. I haven't had. So
I can barely afford that one.
it was the 12 year that I don't remember liking very well. But honestly, wheated whiskeys in general, I tend to not like them. But this one has enough punch to it.
Yeah.
It's a nice robustness with a nice the bright notes on the finish are nice.
And
that's kind of what I liked
think
about it
holds the
too.
water really well.
It's nice.
Which, to your point about that Bradshaw that we had the other night, it was great. I liked it, and the nice thing about it is right out of the jar, right out of the bottle.
That's why
I wish
that's
you guys
why
could
we
see full
can't have
screen.
nice things.
Anyway, so
Oh my god!
he just spilt his glass of whiskey all over his keyboard that he bitched about.
No.
It didn't
I
hit
missed-
the keyboard
I
at
missed
all.
my keyboard.
Oh, you're just in the electrical components.
It's just the electrical component of where we are.
Fuck.
Totally cool.
Do we have a napkin?
Nope.
I'll go.
Who drinks with a napkin?
Hoodie, which one do you want to use?
Again, where's your shirt at this week, Lyle?
Don't use my pea coat. I know it looks like a black towel.
All right. Hang on. Let me talk about how great this bourbon is. It's like
As you spill it on the entire table for everybody to
squeeze
see.
it out of this
So-
rag. Tastes a little bit like Windex and whiskey.
Yeah, you better get that.
We'll keep those by Lyle. There you
So
go.
to the point,
By the
the one I
adult.
really liked about that Bradshaw was right out of the bottle. Lyle likes the really hot, hardcore whiskeys, and I got some in my crotch too. Rub
Yeah,
that
go ahead and
for me.
rub that out. Yeah, there you go. Yep, get the camera. That's perfect.
We have
That's like some just
fish.
Good
But
God.
with a little sip of water in that Bradshaw, it was ridiculously good. It was so smooth, so perfect, and it really could fill two rolls with what it was. And there's something to be said for whiskey like that. I think it was fantastic. Jeremy, do you remember what the cost on the Blue Label was?
You know, it's funny. I really don't. That was a while back. It was the last bottle that I bought as an employee at McAdoodles. So
I'm gonna
really
guess
don't.
it's probably between 45 and 55.
Actually, I think it was a 65 to 75.
Okay.
And if my lady's watching, she
So-
can text me and tell me how much we spent on that because she also. has
So
a
if that's the
bottle.
case, and we're talking about a $65 bottle versus a $40 bottle, then yeah, I might go Bradshaw over that just because it was also every bit as good.
I think that they're different characteristics. This is when I get back to why I didn't like wheated whiskeys for a long time. Is that they're too. It's why I don't think Buffalo Trace is worth the hype. It's fine. It's a good whiskey, but I like bigger, bolder flavors.
And you know,
That's fine.
it's super funny.
So if I'm going to buy a wheated whiskey, this one, I think it's totally worth
Really
it.
good.
I would buy this before I would buy Buffalo Trace for the straight burn.
Yeah, Megan
Similar.
says it was
Okay.
75. So
Yeah.
I agree. And Lyle, on your note, yes, I do. I will tell you that I've had a lot of bourbons that I enjoy, and it's just the weeded mash for me. The sugar content in weeded mash can either make or break what's in the bottle itself.
Now,
And
is that
with this,
Monsanto wheat, or is that?
I don't know. I have no idea. The hell? You think I do work for Weller? Shit. I have no idea. No, it's just one of those things that like sometimes it can smooth it out, but then there are times like say, let's take the Weller Special Reserve. Sometimes the sweetness is so overbearing, you just feel like it tastes like caramel.
Yeah,
And that's it.
No,
And that's
I
all you
get that.
get, you know. But with this, there's a good balance of caramel, and there's a nice heat to it. There's a good little
if
There's
you want caramel, you need to drink Michael Jordan's tequila.
yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
So good.
Is it
That's
good?
good stuff.
Oh my god, it's good.
All right,
are you
so-
going to do an Up the Court podcast at some point? I'm not a basketball guy. I'm trying to move you into the off season.
Probably not. I don't think Patrick watches basketball, and I don't follow it near as much as I did when I was younger.
Fair.
So
I heard Vernon react to that second.
Oof.
It's been a rough go for it, but it's been 20 years in the making. So.
All right. So what's next week? What are we looking at for for predictions, how we think this is going to end, and then we'll let you get back to making fun of your roommate for rooting for the Pats.
I think Green Bay will take the number 1 seed because all we got to do now is beat the Bears, and that's something we should do.
Okay.
I agree.
I agree with that too.
But if the Bears somehow pull it off, then the Bears get one of those last spots in the playoffs, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Bears last week, what did they do? Did they?
Well, and don't think you have
They
a
crushed Jacksonville.
either. Is the thing. I'm not trying to it's the Packers, so I'm not worried about that. They've seen the playoffs 1,000 times. They
Yeah.
know how to react. Rodgers loves this situation more than the actual season itself. I think he enjoys playing in the playoffs, and he has a great line to do it with. He's got a good defense, kind of on the other side of the ball. The secondary's great.
Here's
In the red zone is awesome. So
So Bears is one of the games that we all picked Bears to win, I think, and then Jaguars. Or we all picked the Bears to lose. Sorry, and Jaguars fell flat on their face. So I don't know, maybe.
I mean, they're easily the worst team in the league, and with that loss, so they've clinched the number 1 pick in the draft. So that's most likely where Trevor Lawrence is going to play next year.
don't stick on him.
Let's real quick though, because I know this was a topic the other day. Let's talk about Steelers. Just in their performance the other night and what they did. Is that any indication of what they can do, or do we still care about them at all?
I mean, it helped them clinch the division. They needed that win, and it showed that they can turn it on. I think they just had a few bad weeks, but I don't think they're going to be good enough to go all the way. I don't think they can beat the Chiefs or the Bills straight up.
Yeah,
the Chiefs keep squeaking by games.
Yeah,
so.
Chiefs. I don't know. For some reason,
It's gotta be-
the
be
football
by design,
gods are
right?
with the Chiefs right
Yeah.
now, and they're being allowed to win when they should have lost several times.
Yeah.
And I say that with the most respect I could possibly give to them, because I love the team. But damn it, we didn't win that game. We just didn't beat them.
But is that not the Chiefs' story for the last 20 years?
Probably so.
Chris,
even the year we won the Super Bowl,
I
it's
kind of,
like,
and I kind of got to disagree
should
with
be
you on
easy.
that a little bit, just a little. And the reason why is that offense is just insanity. I mean, you got Edwards-Helaire sitting
Nope, we
right
don't
by
right
running
now.
back. Not right now. You've got Le'Veon Bell in his spot, which also is not a bad thing. That's a great. He's awesome. He's doing wonderful. Then you've got one of the best tight ends in the league that I've ever seen, and that's Travis Kelce.
Yeah. No,
I mean, I'm not a huge fan. I'm just saying
I
they
will
have.
say our defense actually stepped up to the plate the other night, and that's
Oh,
probably
of
the only
course.
reason we didn't lose the game.
Yeah,
And for whatever reason, Mahomes,
did
when they have to play it, they can play. But look at all of our last games. We won by 3 points. We won every game for the
No,
last 5
absolutely.
games. We won
Even
3
with
points.
Denver,
I don't
you
think
know,
they're they're not giving it their all. They're just they're on half speed.
I seen. Actually, I could probably.
I think they're
find
just
you.
tired. That's what I was telling. That's what I was talking to my girlfriend. She's a big Chiefs fan, and we were talking about that when we watched the last game. Where it's like,
No, she's not a big Chiefs friend. She's pregnant. She'll go back to normal size. Sorry, Megan.
what a dick!
I can't say
I'm not dating her. I can say anything I want.
Yeah, you don't sleep next to her night. Shut up, Chris.
I do not.
What a dick. No, yeah, cheers. But yeah, no, they do. They look tired. You got to think about it this way, man. They have literally won how many consecutive games in a row? Of course, they're exhausted.
All of them but one. I texted you something to throw up real fast if you can.
He's gonna throw up.
Because
Watch
I
out.
think this sums up the Chiefs very, very tidily.
Oh,
Why don't you text it to me?
I don't. Did you have something other way?
Yeah, email me or email it to me or Facebook.
Sake.
I'm in particular.
and the thing about that Chiefs game is Atlanta, when they want to, sometimes they can be a good team. So I get that. But the Chiefs showed what it takes to be a champion. You have to kind of get through those ugly games to make it all the way. And in the playoffs, sometimes if you get down like that, you just don't have what it takes to come back. But boy, the Chiefs keep finding ways to win. They might just repeat.
I think we'll get there.
Yeah, I mean that's the weird thing is even when they was losing the night, at no point did I actually think they would lose. I was pretty sure we'd pull it out and win, but it's still you're just like we should have won this in the first quarter. What the heck is going on? We have the ability to do it.
Well, like I said, Atlanta's not a bad team. They just never play up
No,
You are not putting that on the screen.
And again,
are you?
this is what I went back to with Atlanta and their
Do
their
it.
the win the other night was Atlanta just didn't take the opportunity to beat us. They absolutely could have and should have. They just didn't. And that's kind of one of those things where you're like, oh man, we everything but lost that game. Atlanta just didn't take the opportunity. And I could say that for probably the last 3 teams we played. They just didn't take the opportunity to beat us.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Now
Hold on. Real quick, I think the Patriots screwed up. Oh, the Patriots fell for the fake punt.
Awful.
Oh my God! What?
Yuck.
75-75.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh out loud, but what the hell?
Yeah, this I think sums up the Chiefs the last several weeks.
Yeah.
And it's just like they just doing exactly what they have to win, which I suppose is fine. But as a fan that's rooting for them, you just want to see them be safe.
Blow someone out, yeah.
We absolutely could have lost with one bad turn. And Mahomes, is threw another interception. And it's like, what the heck?
Well, hey, man.
Technically, threw 2,
I was going to
but
say
one of them he's been very lucky.
Let's hold on about that, though. Before that, the man never had an interception. I mean, how many games did he go without one?
He had
quite a few. He's only thrown 6 the whole
He
season.
had 3 till all of a sudden his luck turned, and we was playing Raiders and threw 2, and now threw another one.
Yeah.
I'm not. Don't get me wrong. He's amazing. I'm not disparaging the guy at all. I'm just.
I get what you're saying, though. I do understand.
About
I do
what
understand
our
where you're
Super Bowl
coming from.
chances are. So, all right, man.
They're still good. I think the only team you really have to worry about is Buffalo.
Which is so weird to say that.
Here
It is. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just strange. It's not something you would normally think as a football fan. You would not say, "Well, the Bills is the most terrifying team that the."
In the AFC, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but it's true. You're so right.
It's been quite a while since they've been at this level.
It really has been. It's been a while.
The Chiefs never lose to the same team twice. They
Sure.
beat them and they lose. We already played Bills once.
And you beat them.
That means our times are coming.
Maybe.
Makes me nervous because the Bills are kind of spot on right now. So
we're good. We're good. We're good. We got this. We got this.
Yeah, I think you guys will be okay.
Okay.
All right, Matthew, you got anything else? We'll let you get back to your real life and
Watch the Pats suck.
Jeremy brought us a cool
game.
toy.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish you guys had a channel like 10 years ago when I was a novice drinker, because I was mixing whiskey sours and all I knew about whiskey was, there's either Jack Daniels or if I'm broke, there's Old Crow.
Yeah.
No, we
hey.
got both those in the other room, and neither one gets touched.
Yep. Well, hey, we're here.
Well, I get why Old Crow never gets touched.
Can't reach it. It's too far on the bottom shelf.
Matt, we hope to have you on again sometime, and maybe we can join you for another Up the Gut podcast sometime.
We definitely.
Yeah.
So,
And this Wednesday we'll have another special guest because my roommate and Pat's aficionado Vern will be on the episode.
all right. That's the guy that said, "Oh my God."
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, is that Vern? Tell him hi and tell him good luck in that game.
Yeah,
We thought he was playing.
So the taste of my guys say hello and
End of
Good.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, Matthew Ahlers, if you guys haven't had a chance, please go over and watch Up the Gut podcast. They're on Wednesday nights about 6:30, and man, fun time. Talk about football, and anything else that happens to come out of their mouths. And
it's a pretty good time. Come see mine and Patrick's dumb faces talk about football for about an hour and a half.
Absolutely.
Love it. All right, man. We'll see you later.
Thank you, bud.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
thanks for having me. Y'all take her easy.
We'll see you.
Okay.
All right.
I am out of beer.
We love those guys.
Oh, shit.
That was the real one.
That's like a crime.
We was rushing that off because we was all like, man, every glass here at the table is empty.
I don't want
And
to
he
hear
spilled his damn whiskey, so.
No, I still had a little left.
Oh, he still has Ted.
Thanks to my Jared pour.
Jeremy brought.
I had just enough left in the glass to try.
Jeremy brought his Christmas present to the table.
I did. I had to.
Let's see your Christmas present.
Yeah, of course. So I'm a Shark Tank fan. I don't know if anybody watches Shark Tank or knows what that show is. They presented something called Fizzics, and
Wait, physics like this physics?
this is Fizzics. Yes, introducing the draft pour system that you can have in your house.
This one right here, right?
Yeah. They have it in a lot of different colors. They've got a lot of different things. It's a tap system. It's got a straw in it. It basically is a draft
Like at
for
your
a
house.
bottle of beer.
Yeah.
And so
Here's
what we
a
do-
bottle of beer. Now, what bottle of beer are we drinking, Chris?
we're drinking Spotted Cow. Oh my
we
God.
are so happy about this. So, if you guys was watching the Up the Gut podcast on Wednesday at 6:30 with those taste bud guys that guested last week, you will notice that Lyle had to jump up and leave, take a phone call right in the middle of that because we had a friend that was going up to Wisconsin. If you know anything about Spotted Cow and New Glarus Brewing,
So good.
they do not let it across the state lines unless you take it home personally.
Let me reiterate this. So
Yeah, you tell it.
the last
Sorry,
time
I'm
I got
presenting the bottle like Vanna White. Aw.
the last time I got New Glarus beer, I was in Wisconsin. What?
Go ahead. I'm having a different conversation.
No, that was my request.
Oh, you requested.
I'll tell you
I'm
why.
sorry. The door just opened and this
And
bottle come in and hands me, and I'm like, "The hell am I doing
No,
with
that's-
this?"
that's-
I just thought you were going to drink that whole bottle while we were
There's-
So I was
sitting
trying to
here.
get Rick's attention. Like, what am I supposed to do with this,
There's
Rick?
a reason for this, but
Okay. All right.
So
Never
Spotted
mind.
Cow. So I'm playing a show in Wisconsin, and on the way back, like one thing leads to another, and orders come in, and I have to go buy some New Glarus beer. Right? It makes sense.
You don't have a
You
choice.
can't buy it outside the state lines. So I roll through because I'm lazy and a musician. I roll through.
Been there.
I'm looking at you because I know you feel
No,
like
I'm
shit,
100%. I
I'm
get
like
you, man.
like play some shows and these are great, and then all of a
Yep.
sudden you're like, oh,
I need
God,
like 20 of these right now.
I have to buy some
You're up at
beer.
Williams.
Yep.
And yes, I would like some as well.
You're screwed.
Yeah, you
So-
are screwed because I definitely was super
Keep
curious
talking.
about
So
this.
I roll through this grocery store, barely out of Wisconsin, or barely in Wisconsin, and that's a.
That's
Hey,
generous
I'm
of
driving this
yourself.
truck. You just
I'm just nervous about your
He's driving the train is what he's doing. This ain't a
bastard.
truck. Lyle,
First
well, we
serve,
don't
bitch.
want you to spill it.
hey. Wait. Just a quick interruption. Go to our Patreon wall real quick because, guys, that's empty. We need your help.
Where's our Patreon stuff?
Oh, I don't know. Patreon. It helps us keep these bottles full, so we can make asses of ourselves on every Wednesday night. And no, sorry, not Wednesday night. Monday night. Sometimes Wednesday nights too.
Chris doesn't even know what day it is.
I don't know what day it is.
You gotta stop drinking, man.
No.
The hell? Who says that?
Okay,
All right.
so the
That's
New
fine.
Glarus
Go ahead.
thing. So I roll through this grocery store at like 6:30 in the morning, and I buy $400 worth of beer.
Got the T-shirt for that one, man.
I'm pulling a cart that's just stacked to my height, and I'm a tall dude,
6'3".
and I'm just like holding it in. I roll through.
6'2.5".
I roll through
In
the
your
like
bra.
roll through the checkout counter. Fuck you guys. $400 worth of beer at 6:30 in the morning at a grocery store. The clerk doesn't even look up. Literally, she just starts pulling it off, scanning it, doesn't look me in the eye, anything. She just goes, out of state.
Yep.
I'm like,
Because they know. I mean, everybody knows. So,
Yep.
like, we went. Okay, so
good.
I got a good story about that too.
Wait, before you tell your story,
Yeah, I can.
can
Yo,
we
you want
have
me
some
to?
beer?
Yes. No. Yeah. So he hands me a bottle of Spotted Cow, and I haven't even opened it yet. Sinner. All right. So the physics system. This is super easy.
Yeah.
It's really simple. This thing has a little straw in it, and it was just in the very bottom of it.
Yeah, it's there's a little tiny straw
Just
right in
tiny.
the middle, and there's no CO2, there's no
Nothing.
nitrogen.
It's just
like-
batteries, 4 of them.
Yeah.
And so you basically take this bottle, you line the straw up,
Or a can. We did
or a
cans
can.
earlier.
Yeah, we did do a can earlier, didn't we?
Man, that's
Sorry about that.
beautiful.
And so you just close that, and now the bottle's inside of it. Now watch this. You 45-degree angle, because anytime you're pouring on a tap, you definitely want to do a 45-degree angle. and it just goes. I mean, it literally just pouring some beer for us.
Yeah, that's just rolling out.
Pouring beer for you. I ain't got anything in my glass.
Well, there's another bottle.
Jeez.
Hey guys, we'll get to the chat in just a second. So keep them coming.
And then backwards for the microphone, right?
Yeah, and then like I don't know, I'm subjective to microfoam, and it all depends on what beer I'm drinking. With this guy, you don't really need it that much.
I was gonna say I'm not a huge fan of microphone. I actually prefer the rough bubbles.
There's some people that are, and there's some that
I
aren't.
did like the way it stood up.
But if you have a nitrogen beer, like say a Guinness, or you have something that's on nitro, you've got to do it. You've got to push it forward just like that. And then there's that microphone that comes out on top. It kind of just makes your beer a little bit smoother on top. So you see.
I just like a good head on a beer. Oh, that's so good.
Did you hear that? Lyle likes good head.
I don't know. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of that at all.
I wouldn't be ever.
He was good.
Anyway,
good head on his beard.
On his beard, folks. Come on.
Beard.
On his beard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I like that idea too. All right. And we'll give Chris some too.
Give me some. I'm going to hit up some comments here real quick. Let's see. Let's have a few down here. We're going to go back to Alvy has a question for the. You're going to put that back up, Lyle. So
Chris, you get nothing out of this. Oh,
I've got it.
I don't get jack shit.
What do we have? Okay.
I had Spotted Cow, but we also have two women.
We've got two women lager, which is another class.
All right. Alvy wants to know, he says, I have a question for our Eagles fan. That'd be you, Jeremy, because we're not. How do you feel about Wentz v. Hurts fight? I still cannot believe Wentz being that bad. I do not know what we're talking about here. So
I do. And here's the thing, man. A Cowboys fan, feel like your coach is a major problem. I agree with you. Totally. Henderson was great for his first year, just like Chip Kelly. He was awesome his first year. Now, what we have is two quarterbacks that just don't see eye to eye with each other at all. They play two different games. They have two different ways they were coached in college, in high school. They just don't play side by side. So they don't agree on a lot of different things that they do. Now, sometimes you see that. Chase Daniel and Drew Brees is another good example of that. Chase Daniel came from Mizzou, way different style of football playing than say Drew Brees was used to. So we're looking at two different styles there, and we're also looking at two people that want to lead a team. So you have to take into consideration that there's that. There's the frustration of COVID. There's the frustration of this coach, frustration of the franchise. You've got your players that are like Byron Scott, who's amazing. And then you've got your other ones who should be performing that just aren't. And I know as a Cowboys fan, you definitely get where I'm coming from, because it's not like we're too far off. Even though we are rivals, we are very close in gameplay.
Amari Cooper just killed it on my fantasy.
Dude, Amari Cooper, I had him too. Dude, and I just thought he did. He is phenomenal.
I think I picked him off the fucking waivers.
Yeah.
Like it was not like a prime pick. And I was like, I don't know, I'm going to try this guy.
Amari Cooper got me so many points, and he just does so many good things for that team, even if they don't have Dak Prescott. And that's what's impressive about that football player.
How did Derrick Henry do for the Eagles this week?
Derrick Henry was great for the Eagles. It was fantastic.
Still sitting on the throne as King Henry.
Let me catch up with the comments here real quick, then let's talk about this beer that we just popped open. So, first of all, again, Matthew, dude, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you so much, and you and Patrick, you guys have been awesome about helping us out and being supporters of the show. And I know it takes time out of your day when you have to go to work stuff, so we really appreciate that.
Trip up to Montana.
That sounds like a great idea. I'll do that.
What did Tyler just say about Jalen?
Well, we're getting to Tyler. Patrick had a your mom comment, and I'm not sure what that's from.
Right.
Tyler's over here calling Patrick out about all kinds of shit. Patrick's firing right back. So I don't know. Anyways, let's get down to the bottom.
Comment section drama.
Yeah, I know. It's all kinds of shit. If you guys ain't in the comments, you got to be paying attention to this. So Anyways, I don't know. Something about Oklahoma because Tyler's an Oklahoma fan. Okay, now, all that being said, we're kind of caught up with comments for a minute. We are following you guys. Let's talk about this beer. And this, we're on Fizzics. Jeremy's been promoting this. We're going to talk about this a little bit.
I mean, the only reason I am is because like it literally blew my mind the first time I tried it. I thought this was bullshit. Like when I saw I really did. I thought it was bullshit because I'm like, how do you have a tap system with no CO2?
I thought it was bullshit too.
That doesn't make sense to me.
You guys Snapchatted this thing to me the other night, and I thought, what the fuck gimmick thing is that?
So do we know what makes this so good?
You know, I tried to look it up. I really can't tell you what it is. I'm sure it's on their website, and I'm sure we can do it. It's got to just be like pouring a beer, having to break the CO2 up right? I mean, maybe.
I mean, surely.
You never know.
Here's the kicker. Because
there's nothing.
Here's
this
the
is
thing,
not
though.
any oxygen. There's nothing get put in this.
Here's the thing, though, with tap systems. Let me just tell you why you have a tap system. So a tap system, say, let's take the bars that I've worked in. We'll take TGI Fridays. We'll just throw that as an example. They have
who also does not sponsor this episode.
Yeah.
Wah, wah. Yeah, they're dead in the water. Who gives a shit? Moving on. So they have their kegs are like 60, 75, maybe 200 feet away from their actual bar itself. And it can pull a perfect beer up through the ceiling, down, into the tech, and into it. So just because of the hose itself.
Yeah.
That's a lot of wasted beer when that keg goes dry.
That's what I'm saying. There is literally like, and it's just as a person
like
that
5 or 6 glasses.
Just as a person that pulled those kegs out, there's always literally like a quarter.
Yeah, that's going to be 5 or 6 bottles at least.
Just thrown out
glasses.
Because it's like, well,
okay,
there it is.
Can I stop you right there?
Yeah,
Isn't there like a thing of like people who like dumpster dive for like grocery stores that throw away food in restaurants?
You want to dumpster dive for kegs?
Yes.
You can't. They're owned by the state. So good luck.
Oh, man.
So those people that try to do that, just remember they're owned by the state, and that's not going to happen.
Those trash hole guys.
Hey, but like, how bad does that make you seem when you're like, dumpster dive for beer?
I mean, honestly, there's worse things to dumpster dive for. I'm not going to dumpster dive for sandwiches. I'd rather do it for beer. So there's that.
Jared says he knows how it works, but he has a secret to life.
Jared, tell us your secrets.
So, all right. Anyhow. Point being is this thing does kind of make a nice beer.
It really does.
It tastes. I actually think, apart from the novelty, I actually think that I like the taste of it out of the bottle poured into a glass better. But this does taste like a draft beer.
That's what's mind blowing about it.
And it tastes like a draft
beer.
Okay,
we should say that is at the end of the day. This is not changing the flavor of your beer. It's not doing anything. It's not injecting anything. This is making it taste more like it come off a draft than out of a bottle. That's all.
That's the only thing.
Which is why I think it's just breaking up
for
the CO2
the beers
a
we've
bit.
had tonight. I think I generally like it.
Which we've had 2.
And 2, a wit and a lager or a farmhouse.
Okay,
whatever. I'm anxious to try it with an IPA.
I am too,
and with a stout.
And you know,
that's where I'm at.
I also am
we
super.
didn't bring a stout in, but I'm gonna have to go find.
I think that will be the game changer.
I'm also super excited to try it with, let's say, like because I like the New England style IPA.
I'm gonna have to go raid the refrigerator.
And so, like, say, I'm really excited to try it with something with a lot of sediment in the base and a lot of like big thick body to it, because we have, I mean, and even for me, you know, I tried it with the winter grind. That was the first beer that I tried it with.
Yeah, you said that.
And I was like, wow, I literally feel like I'm at a bar drinking Mother's winter grind.
Yeah,
which is
you
great.
Went 2 blocks down the road from your house, you could have.
Exactly.
But, so here's the thing. I want to say,
it literally is.
At the end of the day, the first one we tried, which was
Cinderblock weathered wit.
Okay,
and that was good.
I think it was good. It was fine.
Even out the can, it was good.
But I also actually kind of like the graveliness of the wit. Now, again, as I said in the episode,
this takes away from
it's personal preference.
Yeah,
this one, I actually think it made a noticeable difference to me that I like it a little better. So
Really?
yeah, no, I think this it made it a little bit of improvement to it because I don't know, it just
I think
loosened it up.
I think that takes away from the spotted cow a little bit, but I am super anxious to try it on an IPA and a stout.
It did take that butteriness away. I should point that it did pull that butteriness
Now,
out.
the reason why, and I this is just me spitballing. This is not fact. I just want everybody to know that. But I think the reason why it took so much away, the spotted cow in general is made with so much love and so many fresh ingredients, so much awesomeness that just even right out of the bottle, it's just perfect the way it is.
Okay, I need to stop everybody for just a second. We're going to play a little game. I'll pull this back up on the main screen for a sec. We're going to play a little game because this absolutely, I have no idea how it fits into the text of the context of the text, but let's figure out what Travis Farrar did in college. Go. I'll come back to the comments in just a little bit.
In college.
So whatever he did it in college.
No, I think we're still talking about Jalen Hurts.
He did Jalen Hurts in college.
I think he did.
Wow.
Apparently.
Oh my God, Travis.
I mean, we're talking about like are you guys still okay? So I see some messages from Tyler and I think they're just ongoing about football.
Jared is explaining to us how physics works. So
I'm starting.
I don't drink my beer out of a straw, Jared.
It's pressure, the atmosphere around the liquid. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Jared. I appreciate that because like I just got this thing, so I don't know like absolutely everything about it.
And it does leave just a little bit in the bottom of the can. As you
I'm going to say that in college, Travis Farrar pressurized the atmosphere around the liquid pushed it up the straw.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I think.
Congratulations, Travis.
Travis did in
something
college.
I've never done, even in college.
I think
so. Thanks.
What else did Travis do?
What else did you do in college?
Travis, I'm so sorry.
We're gonna be here all day just figuring that out.
Put it back up there. I got one.
Okay. All right.
Travis Farrar in college did it for $75.
You better not have.
Hey, welcome to the chat, Travis. We really appreciate you joining us. You know where we're at. Come see us if you need to.
Patrick says Travis did hot tub parties.
Hot tub parties. That's badass.
Something I was going to say. I don't know if Travis is cool enough to have done hot parties. He might have. I don't know. I didn't know Travis when he was younger. I know him now, though. So.
Oh, man.
Okay, so at the end of the day, now here's a question we haven't asked. What's that thing cost?
I honestly have no idea. That's the thing. Let's look it up. Fizzics.
This thing is over $55, $65. I'm going to have a hard time being convinced it's good unless it makes a hell of a
Holy
shit. All right, so we're at the top end of
55 for the way tap.
I don't hate it. I really don't. I think it has a place. I think there's times I would want it sitting on the end of the bar, and there's probably going to be beers that I think it would drastically improve for my flavor profile. For all of them, no, not at all.
I totally agree with that. I really do. There are some beers that just need that grit.
Yeah, I 100%. And I think IPAs are going to be one of them. I think this is going to do injustice to an IPA, but I think it might help a stout.
I'm gonna. There's the one IPA I'm going to disagree with, and that's the New England style IPA. I think what this is going to do
that's the one I'd go to. So.
I think what this is going to do to that is I think it's going to pull the sediment from the bottom and swish it through, because that's kind of what this does. Like, Jared, you kind of just put this into perspective too, that atmospheric pressure, just adding the pressure through this. I feel like that's literally what's going to do that. And, you know, I've had like, let's see, one of my favorite New England IPAs has to be from Treehouse, and that's Julius.
Where's Treehouse from?
Treehouse is out of Connecticut, and
I've never had that one.
Treehouse is the staple for the New England IPA. That's the first recipe. Treehouse, they patented that really nice citrusy, cloudy, overzealous sweetness, just awesome. It's just incredible. I love New England IPA, so I'm kind of biased on that opinion. But at the same time, I feel like I've had that on draft before. in New Hampshire at Portsmouth at a really awesome bar that had 110 taps. It was mind blowing. 110 taps, 2 live music bars. It was sick. And all of them were local beers. So definitely put that through. So if you ever on the East Coast and just want great beer, definitely try some Treehouse.
I am so far behind on private chat that I just now seen why we got a bottle of Balcones brought in.
Yeah.
So,
wait. On
Jared,
private chat? What
private chat. You asked Rick to bring something in, and I just now seen why.
Oh, yeah.
So
Right.
Jared is full on mechanic and physics professor now, and he's got light.
Oh, sorry. There we go. We got 2 bounces.
Should not be able to control.
Pressure
the same
activates
shit.
CO2 and helps it. Yes. There you go. Thank you. I'm sorry. I've had a lot of shots tonight, so you'll have to excuse me. I'm a drunk and forget. Yes, me too, man. So, siphon effect.
Okay, I'm going to go in reverse here.
Right.
One, Patrick, what is the spilling card?
That was the thing that the banner that I put up that said, "What's everyone's?
The banner. Okay,
what drink is everyone spilling tonight?" And like it seems to happen every damn week.
That's going to stick around like Archibald at this point, and Mad Bonner, Flacco the Mad Bonner.
Oh,
I actually
my
kind of love
gosh.
that name.
You
I
guys
think
are
it's
killing me.
amazing.
We're gonna get some more
Okay.
towels in here.
But we're going to back up one, and the party ball from Coors. I vaguely remember this. This was like a keg that you tapped, but it was round. Am I wrong, Colby? Is this what I'm talking about? And I don't know. Locke probably look it up.
Oh yeah,
Travis Ferrari, you have not spoken back up yet. We did not mean to piss you off. So
Am I putting this?
get back in the chat and let us know if any of us are
Are
right
we
or not.
drinking this thing out of the bottle, or are we putting it in the?
I want mine
You
out
can-
of the bottle. But,
Okay.
You want yours out of the bottle?
But
but
yours out of
honestly, like I'm anxious to get after some of these other beers. So
You want
Yeah,
to
we
tap
got
a whiskey out
We
of it?
got a lot of brews to.
yeah, I do want to talk about this whiskey. So
No, I said, do you want to tap a whiskey out of it?
Oh no. Oh, we're not doing that through my physics.
Melt all the O-rings.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah, Colby, can you see if you can find
How
that
do you
Lyle,
get a
on
physics to explode?
Party
the
ball.
Coors Party Ball?
Yeah, so
This is going to be
That
something that's
sounds
like back
familiar.
from the 80s, I think, if I remember correctly, or late 80s, early 90s.
party ball from Coors. Oh, here's a
Travis says himself he's going to dumpster dive for beer.
Travis, you let me know how that goes, man.
And he said he did it in college. All right.
What we got
Hey.
here?
okay.
Well, that's not what any of us thought, Travis, and I'll be dang. I mean, we really thought we had you pegged.
Oh yeah, I thought $75 was.
I thought 75
I thought
was
that was right.
absolutely
That was
it. And to be fair, I pulled that comment from way earlier in the night from when Megan answered how much the deal was for Jeremy. So,
Well, I really thought it was apropos, but all right.
real quick, can someone give me the score on Patriots
Patriots Bills.
and Bills?
Yeah.
I know the Bills has got to be winning, right?
Yeah. We'll wait on that. Here's.
Hand me a glass. I can pour you a little bit of this New
thank you,
Glarus,
sir.
man.
Or don't have
I mean,
glass.
why
Thank
not?
you. What a
Tell you to
gentleman!
Fuck off,
What a damn gentleman!
man. This is a guy that likes reggae. He's all into one love and helping everybody out. And I'm
That's
like,
true.
fuck off, man. He wasn't paying attention. Let him starve.
I'll give you a little bit more too.
Thank you.
Yeah, that bottom.
Thank you,
part.
thank you.
That's the best part.
All right. Here's. I'm gonna mute our little blues stuff going on in the background. Here
And before
is-
you get to this video,
10-9 Bills.
can you guys raise your glasses for a second? I just want to cheers you guys and say thank you so much.
Oh, there we go. We got it.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much, Chris's carpal tunnel's acting
Yeah.
up.
My
Old fucker.
arthritis is
All right. This
Hey,
is the-
Rick, can we get a sponsor from like one of the arthritis places like Ben Gay or something so I can help my.
Because he's been
hands?
gay for about 10 years. Nobody knows about it.
well.
Hey, it's a thing.
I mean,
now. It's fine.
How long?
It's fine.
How long have we been hanging out and playing music together?
It's true. It's true.
Like 7
That's what
years.
started it.
7 years.
You're
So-
welcome.
Yeah, cheers.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just-
for
all right.
sure.
I'm that good of.
You are that good.
So 10-9 Bills, in case anybody missed that. But
You were talking major hassle, but now there's something better. Party Ball from Coors Extra Gold and Coors Light.
A party
Instead of
ball?
This, you get this. Over 5 gallons of brewery fresh beer in a portable plastic container. You just pack it with ice, put it in
What
the handy
in the
reusable
holy
tap,
fuck?
and party with a bunch to your friends and recycle the
I don't miss
containers.
a heartbeat.
Does this-
Pick up a party ball at your favorite store, because it's just not a party if you don't.
Hold on a second.
I would own
Is
this
that-
in a
is that-
fucking heartbeat.
Hold on.
I don't
Is-
even remember it looking like that. And that is amazing.
Is that still a
Look,
thing?
No, that was got
Second.
from the 80s. I would
Is
own
that-
in a
is that-
fucking heartbeat.
Hold on.
I don't
Is-
even remember it looking like that. And that is amazing.
Is that still a
Look,
thing?
No, that was got
Second.
from the 80s.
I don't
would
know.
own
Is
in
that-
a fucking heartbeat.
Hold on.
What do you-
Whoa.
What the fuck did you
There was
do?
like it was like rolling back our live feed through another window again. Second.
Jeez, that's weird.
Well, if you didn't have 600 tabs open,
We
that
do
wouldn't
have
happen.
600 tabs.
He's got 500. Back off of it.
Whatever. There's a bunch of fucking tabs open. I have 3 open, and 2 of them is our YouTube channel.
Oh my god.
Anyways, yeah,
That's insane.
that is amazing, and I would love to have that. And Colby, thank you for remembering that. I didn't even remember it the way I thought I remembered it. That didn't even look right.
We've got it. Ask for it.
This
And I've never even.
I think Rick sent us another screenshot.
Did that thing need
of the
its
party
own
ball.
specific tap, or could you use a regular tap on it? Because I don't remember.
It looks like it. I mean, surely it's a specific tap. Surely, right?
I mean, it's funny. It looks like one of those that, like, say when you buy a keg, like at Derbs or Max or like any of those places, you get one of those taps.
I was going to say,
put
if
on
it
top
needs
of
its
it.
own
So,
tap, that's why it failed.
I mean, yeah,
Is-
I agree with you.
Yeah, Rick's saying it does need its own tap. That's why it
Okay.
failed. If they just use a regular tap on that thing, pump that sumbitch up.
So, Rick,
Why
you get
wouldn't
the
you have
ball and then you have to get the tap with it. Is that what it
Weird
is?
Thing. It's surely.
Okay, all right.
Travis remembers the party
Okay.
ball.
Hey, Lyle, what button does Rick need to push to talk to us?
For sure. We've kept
Oh.
Rick out of the game.
No,
Hey.
talking to the microphone.
Oh,
It's
he's got
included
it.
in the
He's got
box.
it.
I
Yes.
vaguely remember.
Rick
Vaguely.
is in the other room. Yes, we are too young to remember.
I am.
No, 2 of you are.
Yep.
One of us vaguely remembers it, but it's in Colby's older than I am by like 8 years.
I like this guy. Let's have him on more often.
Chris is like, I'm going to shoot him before he leaves. I promise. It's hate crime. You can't do that.
I own it. It's fine. I'm here. Pretty sure I was conceived.
What's a party without conjuring?
Cross, that's awesome, man.
Can someone screenshot that in Facebook? Jared's mom.
What was that, Rick? What'd you say? Oh,
He's got us one.
oh, holy shit.
Hang on.
Damn.
Yeah, show that
Come
to
on,
the
Lyle.
crowd there.
If I just hang on one
Well,
screen.
they do really make that safe to screenshot, don't they?
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a
Well,
good-
so that comes with
I think
it.
this could be a comeback thing if they would do it.
I mean, honestly, why not?
I'd do it.
I would do it. in
I
a
think
heartbeat.
microbrews should do this with like rare beers that they have and sell the
Do you
keg for
remember that
$300.
keg, that little bitty keg I bought for 1 year for, I don't know what party it was at your house. We put it in your refrigerator. It was about that big. And
Yes.
that damn thing lasted for most of the night or all
I mean,
night.
here's the thing. Like, I love. I Drew, my buddy Drew. You know Drew. You know
Drew messaged me today.
Oh, nice.
Apparently he's more my buddy than yours, but that's fine. Go ahead.
Well, no. So Drew was at a party one time that it was a fall party, like a Halloween fall party, and we got a keg and we didn't get a full barrel, like one of the like little kegs, like the soda can. Six barrels. Whatever.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a 6. Either that or you got one of the mini kegs.
No. It was. I mean, it was a big sumbitch.
Oh, okay.
But I think it was a 6 of Mr. Pumpkin from Mothers. And oh my God, it took forever to drain that bitch.
Well, that's a tough one to just drink in general.
That's hard to just keep at.
Alfie knows Drew.
Holy shit. Oh, so
Yeah,
that was
I
actually
missed
like a thing in the 80s. Okay.
we got
So-
Maybe I was conceived of that shit.
Rick just told us that I don't know if you can hear Rick. Let's know if you can hear Rick on the other side or
Can
not.
you hear Rick?
They can't. We've already tested this before.
Have we?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Travis said, I remember the party ball. But Travis is older than all of us. And I knew Colby would take the bait when I said he was 8 years older than me. And he He ripped into me.
Pony Keg. Thank you, Colby.
Colby is the tequila guy, and he's
Colby is the shit.
All right, update on the game: 17-9's Bills, which we knew that was going to happen.
Surprise, everyone!
Oh, that's logical sense
Travis
right
did
there.
the party ball in college.
Yeah,
yes,
that's what Travis did,
Alvy's right.
among other things.
For $75.
There's a man in the back that's ready to attack.
What?
As he raises his hands to the sky,
Yeah.
and the girl in the corner is everyone's wonder. Just kills it with a wink of an eye.
Oh yeah,
Fuck did I just step into?
the party ball.
What?
The party ballroom blitz.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
sorry. You all know the musician Lyle Strickland, or
Yeah. I listen to a select few songs that no one else listens
oh,
to.
you missed that
It's
one.
true.
That is a great song, though.
It's
I
a
love
it's a
that
good
song.
tune.
I
Is
love
that
song.
Meatloaf?
Sure, you can eat meatloaf while you listen to it
Is
if you
that
want.
Rocky Horror? What is that?
No,
No.
the best to
It's
me.
It's Tia Carrera from Wayne's World.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That is the best version of that song
best
ever.
version of that song is
That
on
is
Wayne's
the
World.
best version
I
of that
was
song.
gonna say
I
that.
love it, man.
Me too.
And it doesn't even matter how much she sings it. Just watch her sing it,
Dude,
and see
and you
if
just
I'm
you're just
fucking
like,
wrong. Holy
yeah.
shit!
I know no like there's a gap of my knowledge from about 82 to 92 where I know nothing except
Oh,
for
see,
maybe,
about
maybe
92?
some Paul Simon, maybe some Tears for Fears.
You gotta love Paul
92
Simon. though.
forward is when that's when I graduated, and from 92 forwards, I went into bluegrass, and I don't know anything about music.
Oh,
So,
Call me out.
all right. Jared says he wants a Breckenridge mini keg. Let's see.
Also very-
chances are the song's better than it is after a few listens.
very, very true.
Hey, you can listen, if you've ever watched the Taste Bud Guys episode,
There has
you
never
will
been a
at
truer
least-
statement by Tyler.
I know, right?
I really don't think that's it.
You will
That's
at
it.
least recognize
so
the
funny.
song if you've ever watched Taste Bud Guys episode. Wait, here's a good one. Party bowls were great because you had no deposit. It was $29.99 for a 5-gallon of
Damn.
beer.
Seriously?
Shit.
You paid
Yes.
$30 for
I
that,
don't think
and that's
you can
the
get
end
that
of it.
for- I guess no
that
return
sounds-
on it. It's just done. You throw it away, or
Now I don't know this, but I don't even think you could pay $29.99 for a beach anymore at this point.
You'd have to ask Travis.
Okay, Travis, can you pay that much for a beach?
What was it in college?
What was it, BJ, in
How much was it in college?
$75.
Okay. I got a couple things. Oof. This is a bad time.
All right.
This is a bad
Colby
time
says
to
you
throw
do
that
throw
up.
it away, by the way, and then float after a bit.
It's just
Hey!
Yeah, I drew the line. Sorry.
We all float down here.
uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Georgie.
So I do have
God,
a couple
that movie freaks
things
me out.
that I want to get to. One, because I want to get to this whiskey, which while I'm getting to this article, let's talk about this Evan Williams single barrel.
I'm still on my spotted
Okay.
cow right
All
now.
right. All right,
Living in that
go ahead and
moment.
finish the spotted cow. Then we'll talk about Evan Williams. What do you
All
think about the spotted cow?
So I will tell you this. You know, we all talk about these allocated beers that we just can't get around here. And this is one of them that I've always been super impressed with. It's simple. It's easy. It's perfect.
Let me ask you
Amazing.
one thing. When you say always been, do you mean spotted cow in general or New Glarus?
I just mean spotted cow.
Okay,
And the
okay.
reason
That's
why
fine. That's
is
fine.
the reason why though, Chris, is because I haven't really had much else from New Glarus. You know, most of my friends
That's
just
just
buy
like-
the spotted cow. I know there's like
Let us
this
introduce you.
this other lager sitting in front of me, and I know you do have a sample pack here as well that you can dive into, which is awesome. Because again, correct me if I'm wrong, Jared. I know you're a huge beer guy.
Yeah.
Have you had a lot of other things
Jared 6'4".
from? So he's definitely a huge beer guy. Have you had a lot of other things from New Glarus? Anybody that drinks beer out there
I know
besides the spotted cow?
he went up there this last summer and he brought back, if you've watched, which you probably haven't seen, I don't even know if it's released yet. We just did a cherry beer from New Glarus.
Ooh, I bet that's
It
nuts.
was a sour. It was so
I bet it's
it
so
was
good.
one of my favorite beers probably that I've had
Yeah.
this year.
I'm not a big sour guy, but I will tell you this: like there's been a few that I think it's my beer share group over at Macadoodles every Monday. They're doing it right now, actually. Every Monday they get together and they do this beer share, and we got a Cicerone that actually presents it. The guy also works at Hy-Vee in the beer and spirits department. He's a genius. Literally, I've learned so much from Terry. He's such a great guy too. So if you guys are from Springfield or anybody's out there, just come on out to Monday and then watch this and drink beer with us.
I've been to one of the beer shares, and it is a good time. You need a driver.
For sure.
Yeah,
bring a driver.
Those guys are
definitely
as free with their beer as we are here, and they want you to try everything.
We definitely don't slack off, for sure.
Yeah. All right, Lau, go ahead. Sorry, we hijacked you again.
Well, here's the kicker. I first of all, you underpoured my Evan Williams.
Okay, wait, just while
we did that because you spelled it.
Colby Davison said he even loved the cherry beer
from New
that
Glarus.
dude from
New
Glarus,
Colby, you liked it. If you liked it, I am definitely trying it.
Colby only likes Miller Lite. So
yeah, I was gonna say if he liked that, I'm jumping on it.
That New Glarus beer was so good. Okay, so the whiskey we're having in our glasses right now is Evan Williams Single Barrel.
I can't do this with you, man.
I want to.
I'm gonna
right on that
that's
keyboard.
Good,
we're gonna get married.
The
there we go. There we go.
Thank you.
Our whiskeys are getting married.
So
no, Megan, we're good. Promise. It's you and me, babe.
Shit.
Promise.
Don't listen,
I want to know what you think of this. So Jeremy picked pretty much all the whiskeys that we brought into the room tonight. Usually we have one or two. We grabbed four. We grabbed Weller's. We grabbed the one we're having now, which is the Evan Williams Single Barrel, which we did the review on. We've got Old Forester 100. We've got Brimstone from Balcones over there.
Can I just say that 3 out of the 4 whiskeys, the only one you hadn't had was Brimstone, correct?
Yeah.
Which
and this Evan Williams actually.
Yeah, no.
So half of them I've had, and the other half I haven't.
You've had Old Forester 100.
Yes. Yeah.
All I want to say is that Jeremy picked some of my favorite whiskeys.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Well,
great
and
pick,
I
was like, yes.
Lyle, I know you're a whiskey fan, and it's one of those things that, like, you and I don't party and drink enough together to really know our taste buds. But, like, I will tell you this. I'm super happy I'm part of this group tonight because we're getting to do that right now.
Yeah,
I'm with
Cheers
you.
all.
So this bottle, let's talk about this just for a second. This is a $35 bottle of whiskey.
Yep.
This is a super attainable bottle of whiskey.
Go anywhere to get it. Local grocery
God.
store is probably going to have it.
It is. I think this is the best bargain. That's what it disappoints me when I hear people rave about Buffalo Trace so much. Not because it's not good, but because Buffalo Trace
it's $35 a bottle.
Buffalo Trace was fantastic at $15 a bottle, and at $20 a bottle, it was a good deal. You can buy it at the Cash Saver up the street here for $23.
I think so. Yeah,
23, and it should be. It honestly, like, once you round the tax up, it hits 25.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a $25 bottle.
But it's a $20 bottle.
It's
Ish.
fine.
It's not that good.
No, not
for my.
Not if this
my
is 35,
profile.
I would spend the $10 extra to
so
get this.
this Evan Williams Single Barrel Select. Is it Select or Vintage? Single Barrel Vintage.
Select.
No, it's vintage.
I thought it was Select
Whatever.
too.
It's still Select. That's just fucking marketing's all that is.
But $35 a bottle. This stuff, we both think. In my mind, this is a $40 to $50 bottle.
Easy.
50s on the high end, 40s about where.
And I'll tell you why I say easy is because, like, I've had a few of, like, say the Knob Creeks that are at 50, and like some of the Jamesons that are at 50, and they kind of don't really compare to that first little sip that I just had.
Yeah.
I use Buffalo Trace for my pork brine.
That's where it should be.
And
I thought
honestly,
I use Buffalo Trace to pork my brine.
or brine is pork.
Starting to get drunk. So is the thing. This weekend on the Saturday, we're going to release our recap for 2020.
Yes.
So slight spoiler, but this Evan Williams Single Barrel makes my top 3 of the entire year because it's that good. So just, give it some thought. If you guys are in there and you're thinking, I want a new bourbon, my God, for a daily drinker, and even for a special occasion
Man,
drinker, this
so
is
good.
not going to be something that you guys are going to be like, oh shit. And here's and I didn't even know this. Here's the weird thing. For tomorrow's episode, we have Evan Williams 1783 coming up.
Oh, okay. So, which
I just said yes to a show. Sorry.
Yes.
I am so sorry. I've been on my phone. Everyone's probably like, what the hell is this asshole doing? He's a guest. And I'm just staring.
Where are you playing?
Oh, I'm playing in Dublin's this week. Yeah,
Dublin's past
I love it.
Springfield,
It's super fun playing over there. It's a great time.
Drop pulse?
No, it's just me, actually. by
Oh,
myself.
no, it's just Jeremy Evans.
just me doing my thing. And I do that. I'm not a Lyle Strickland. I will put it that way.
So you know your lyrics? In your
He's
song? You're
Lyle, I will tell you this right now. I've watched Lyle a few times, and I absolutely love his show.
Yeah. We're not here to promote Lyle Strickland.
But he's great. He's awesome.
Bring it on.
Bring on. He says, come on. Yeah,
Okay.
playing at Dublin's.
All right. So,
So that's cool.
your thoughts on Evan Williams?
I will tell you,
In-house?
even first sip, like I said, that Knob Creek. So I keep
I
comparing
think
this.
Knob Creek is great, but
I keep comparing this to Knob Creek because Knob Creek is a very good staple for whiskey / bourbon drinkers.
I agree.
If you drink both, yeah, that's kind of the one that you go after.
Yeah.
Because it's got it. I mean, when you're with your singles, it's got a different type of malt. With your regular, it's got a different type of mash. So like you've got all sorts of, you're all over the place with Knob Creek. So this kind of, for the price point, blows it out of the water.
So let me ask you this.
Really
There's
does.
something I'm picking up tonight that I have not picked up before.
24.9 bills, Colby says.
Did anyone get peanuts out of this?
Absolutely. No,
Okay.
I was absolutely
Okay,
nutty
I didn't
flavor
know
in
if
that.
that was something that I just
It
noticed
tastes like
this
caramel
time,
and peanuts.
or
That's
if it's something that's
exactly.
been in my glass before, but there is absolutely just peanuts all over the place in this one. And yeah, I love this stuff. Absolutely.
And you saw that.
All right.
Like I can just pull that down and I don't feel
No, that's
anything off of it. It's
All right.
great.
Okay,
23 9 bills, 24 9 bills. Go Josh Allen, making me points.
okay.
All right.
So
Josh Allen
I
is the
did all
shit.
that so that I could get to this.
All right, let's knock it out of the park. We're about an hour and 30 minutes in, so I think we're probably ready to wind this thing down.
Let's see, this is what I wanted to get to. Now, there's also I do want to run through this list of the 30 best whiskeys of 2020, but I wanted to get to this because it's apropos to what's on our shelf and what we keep saying. This distillery continues to make shit that is just
Stupidly
incredible.
good. I mean, well,
Incredible.
okay, stupidly good for a certain flavor profile.
And the
For single malt.
Both of us agree.
like
We love it,
strong stuff.
but it is a thing. Oh, never mind. I just thought of something. Go ahead. It is a thing, and we absolutely are fans of these guys.
Jeremy, you've had this, right?
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you are not a peed fan,
Rick, can you get me the baby blue?
this is one of those things that it might hit you a little bit on the wrong side, but if you are a Scotch drinker,
You haven't
jump
even had the baby.
on
I
it.
have, yeah.
Jump on
You
it
have?
because
Okay.
you'll get a lot of good flavor profiles that you won't normally have in certain scotches that are single malt.
This stuff is so we've had a lot. I mean, not a lot. We've had several bottles from Balcones, and you may have seen
So
them
this
on
is
our.
baby blue.
Yeah, so this is a blue corn.
Blue corn whiskey.
And
We
we're
haven't
going to
even opened
spoil
it
this.
yet.
Yeah, it should be open on the show, but since you've already had this one, which this one's really,
I've had the baby blue, and we had
Oh, that was so good.
we had the bourbon.
we have this collaboration from where is it? There we go. This collaboration from Shinerbach and Balcones, and this one is really difficult to get a hold of. This is made with Shinerbach mash. We got this from Patrick, actually. Jeremy had a sample of that earlier, and so I want to do.
I
Something,
really liked it.
I want to do something you haven't had. This
I
is
really like that.
Balcones Baby Blue, made from roasted blue corn. It's a corn whiskey. And
So this one's
So-
really bright, really hot.
I
but
will
also
tell you
one
this.
of my favorites. I think it's gonna be one of Lyle's favorites.
One of my favorite things
Calm down there,
about
cowboy.
that's fine.
I've
I've got
he's got to drive home too.
Tons of water right there, so I'm not super
good.
worried. I am gonna sip on this.
because I want more of the other one. So and it's even bigger.
Oh my gosh,
That's fair.
that smell.
Yeah.
So okay, so the balcony to me.
Hey, real quick, is anybody in the chat room, I know a couple of you guys have had the balconies, but have you all had balconies? And if so, which one? I know a couple of you guys that show up here at the studios definitely tried these, but give us some thoughts on those.
Alvie's from Texas. This is
Alvie
a
is from
Texas whiskey. Alvie, have you had the baby blue?
Yeah,
He's got a
apparently
blue heart there, so I'm hoping he means yes, he loves it.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say he's got a blue heart by Baby, so guessing he loves that.
Man, I don't know what it is they do to this stuff.
That smell I can't get
So
over.
good, right?
I
It
would
really does
I
smell
swear
just
I can
phenomenal.
pick out a
Balconies from a line.
balconies. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just something.
Well,
they do.
and let me touch on that for a second. You had said that earlier,
Mhm.
and I'm finally picking up on why.
Yeah, there's something there going on.
So a lot of these people that use say like Scotch builds in their whiskey, so single malts, we'll put it that way.
Yeah.
When you use these single malts in whiskey, it just changes everything just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does.
It's
I mean,
the
because
nuances, right?
every whiskey and bourbon is blended malt. I mean, it just is. And they just roast. They roast blended malts, and which is fine because that's what separates the whiskeys from each other. You know, that and then the mash build. So,
Well, again, this 100% goes into that category of unique whiskey, which I absolutely love. Lyle, in and out.
Wait,
In and
what?
out.
Which one?
Unique whiskeys.
I like unique bourbons. I like unique corn whiskeys. Here's what drives me
that's
nuts.
harsh.
I get really.
I told you it's bright and big.
That's a big boy.
This one will kick you in the nuts.
Where are we at on proof with that?
I think it's 100, isn't it?
It's got to be over.
46%. So yeah. No, not
No,
close.
it's not quite.
No,
yeah.
no, yeah.
So it's not
So
even quite an
92.
overproof.
92.
It's not. It's up there, but it's not quite
Math.
there.
But it's got a
Right.
got a big old slappy around
Failure.
flavor. So,
It's not that I enjoy big bold flavors. I get frustrated when I'm paying $50 for a unique whiskey that is less than 2 years old, or not less than, but like right at 2 years old.
Alvie,
Well-
as it absolutely should be. This is really good stuff. We love it.
Yeah, Albie, you're right. And I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a jerk about this. When I drink whiskey, I don't want to make a face.
Whiskey.
So for me, I made a face, and I didn't mean to.
Oh.
It's just sometimes whiskey
It
does
is what
that.
it is.
Listen,
We're
Jeremy-
not pulling back any punches here.
Jeremy's
If you
a
like it,
bastard.
you like it. If you don't, you don't.
We won't ever have him back because he made a face. So like, get this guy out of here.
Get him out! Get him out!
Haul him out with a
He's not invited back.
No. That's actually so. Like you're a Weller fan.
Yeah, and you probably make a face when you drink some Weller whiskey.
It's the weeded whiskeys.
Yeah, for sure, and I get that.
are not.
Those weeded bourbons get you like that.
I'm learning to love them again because I
Yeah.
like them at a time, and I've kind of moved to a different spot, and now I'm moving back, kind of like we did with IPAs and stouts.
I can
Like
understand. that.
everything is sort of fluctuating.
And you get that way when you drink for pleasure and not for just getting drunk. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's one of those things when you drink and you have a palate for liquor, beer, wine, whatever it is, you tend to find things that you enjoy more than others.
Yeah.
And when you find that wheelhouse, you don't want to stick out of it until somebody shows you that one thing that
and
you're
you want
like,
to try something.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Is there something better than this? Like for me, no stout gets better than Yellow Belly.
Oh, I haven't had that one.
And see, I don't bring it on shows like this because here's the thing.
Oh, shows like this.
It's wrapped
This
up.
show.
Well, it's wrapped in a
This
KKK.
show.
It's got a KKK hood on it. It's weird. Like
Fuck.
yeah. Look it up.
I really wish
pull
you
it
had
up.
have
Pull it
brought
up
it now.
really
What's it
quick.
called? Yellow Belly?
Yellow Belly beer, and that's really what it is. But it explains why. No, it explains why. So check it out.
Oh, fuck.
So I have 4 of these in my fridge, and people come over and they're like, Who the hell is this guy?
Hang on, we're bringing it up.
So
you just
but let's explain it.
All right,
Let's explain
hang on a
it.
second. Lyle's getting it
That's
there.
I
Lyle's getting it
think
there.
that's the wrong thing. That's Wexford.
That's not it.
okay. Wait, hang on.
Yeah, so
go
you
back.
picked the wrong one.
That right
That's
there.
the one. Yeah.
So that's from Omnipolo. So type in Omnipolo Yellow Belly, and you'll come up with like a whole description. We'll figure this out really quick. It's really cool. The story's awesome. Like everyone looks at me like, "Who the hell is this asshole?" You know, but
You're keeping everyone in suspense, Lyle.
I know. I'm working on
Hurry
it.
up.
I'm working on
you got to
it.
go through the whole line. It's like the bottom of it.
Well, as
It should be.
It may not even be on there anymore because they did stop selling
Okay. I'm going to share my screen.
the product.
Let me-
But here
hang
it
on,
is.
hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I'm
All right.
going to
All
share
right,
my
it's all you,
screen.
Lyle.
I'm going to go through their existing website. Here's their existing website. Some good looking beer. Look at that fun label with the googly eyes.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I mean, Omnipolo does a great job with beer in
Oh,
general.
beautiful cans,
I
beautiful
love
artwork.
Omnipolo. They are, especially when it comes to stouts, they just
Like
kick
a
ass when it comes to
candle
stouts.
beer. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's
Go back.
Let's back up.
Show
a minute.
Show him what it is.
Oh
I know.
no!
There is a description on the back. So this is a beer that's against racism. Let's just put it that way. It even says the description on the very back. It is totally against racism. But when you
That's
look
a
at that
weird way to
bottle,
be against racism.
it don't look like it. Doesn't look like it. I know.
I'm with you. I'm willing
They're
to hear
just
this one to
making
the
fun
end.
of it.
Yeah, I'm willing to hear this one to the end.
It's
Is
crazy
it because
good.
it's a white wrapper over a dark beer? Is that
Yes,
what- okay.
that's why.
All right. Now I understand. I'm with
Okay.
you.
Yes,
I
and
get
so and here's the thing.
That is some dark.
When you
humor.
look at the back, and I've kind of tried to memorize, and I haven't done a very good job of memorizing it, but it says this is a beer made with nuts and biscuits with no biscuits. And the reason why is because they are against racism. This guy promoted this when that Black is Beautiful trend came out.
Okay.
And they did a final batch of Yellow Belly because a brewery, which is the brewery you pulled up,
Mhm.
had patented the name Yellow Belly. So they had to stop doing it. But as a beer connoisseur, a guy that looks for certain stouts that just nobody can find,
Yeah.
Yellow Belly has always been one of them. For a 12-ounce bottle, Rick, what'd you have? You wanted to show us something about Yellow Belly? Oh, okay. I got you.
Hard agree, Patrick. Let's see.
A person who is without courage. Thank you very much for
Yeah,
whoever
yeah.
posted that.
Rick just gave us the definition of yellow belly. Yellow belly, a person who is without courage, fortitude, or nerve, a coward. To us, one of the most cowardly deeds is to act anonymously, hiding behind a group, a signifying trait of institutionalized racism.
So
Yeah.
basically, what this did, and the reason why they called it that is because they're
That's hard.
completely against it. It is, and
That's
it is hard, and that's why I loved that bottle and why I got that beer so many times. That and it tastes like Nutella. I swear, it just tastes like Nutella.
I think
It's
you just ruined it for
hazelnuts
me.
and and like I don't know if anybody's had
What a-
Nutella.
What a
I'm big.
beautiful thing.
I
to
mean,
move
I
from-
kind of like Nutella, but I think you just ruined the stout for me.
No,
What
it's
a beautiful
nuts.
to like
So good.
move from institutionalized racism to Nutella,
Right?
like immediately.
Only that beer can do that. And I'm telling you, it's literally my favorite
Yes.
stout. Like I just don't think stouts get better.
Oh.
All right. So we've been at this for about an hour and 39 minutes now. So what else, man? Have you got through all your stuff?
I don't know if this is worth breezing through or not. Blah 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 blah.
Well, if you want to, we can. Otherwise, I think
Takers
we're getting
right
close
there.
to calling it out.
Hey, let's breeze through it because now I've mentioned it.
All right, do it.
We're gonna breeze through this
By the way,
list.
I gotta pee.
Go
ahead.
I do too.
Let's see. Of the 30 best whiskeys of 2020.
All right.
What a shit
30
year.
best whiskeys 2020 and go.
I'm gonna wait till he's out of the room. Hey Chris, have you had this one?
I don't know. I can't see it from here.
Midwinter's Night Dream. Never even heard of that.
Yeah, me neither. What is that?
Best whiskeys to look for. I've not heard of. I've heard of Old Fitzgerald. I think.
Yeah, and I feel like I've had an Old Fitzgerald. Oh,
Okay.
look at that! Four Roses small batch.
Makes it like up in the list, and
That's awesome. Because I'm super. I feel like that whiskey is underrated.
small batch.
Yeah, I really do. I just feel like it's underrated.
I don't think I've had the small batch. I like this. I really enjoyed the single barrel.
I think
I've got the single barrel.
Oh, you have a single.
Yeah.
Yeah, the small batch to me, I really super enjoy that.
I like the single barrel. In fact, I had it earlier tonight. Chris doesn't like the fact that the single barrel is so hot.
So that's what I like about the small batch over the single barrel.
Is that it's
because
smoother?
it is a little bit smoother. And the reason why, and I think it does. It'll probably mention that in the description, and it does at the very end. That baking spice that's in there, it's like nutmeg. It's prominent. It's pretty prominent. You can't smell it, but at the end of that finish, you can definitely taste it, and it goes well with a lot of good food for sure.
Maker's Mark wood finishing. There's an ad. Never had that. I haven't had
Ragtime Applejack, huh? Ooh,
Haven't had Bardstown.
Yeah.
Man, I have not had almost all of these. Hotel Tango rings a bell. I feel like I've heard that. Did we hear that from KY Brew Review? Was that where we heard Hotel Tango whiskey?
I've never heard of that. I don't know.
I feel like I've heard that somewhere. Man, I guess we need to check this list. I have not had. I've had a lot of whiskeys. I have not had
any of these.
Like literally none.
Well, there's that Peerless Rye, and that's something that I've had.
What'd you think of that?
So, man, I am not a huge fan of rye whiskey, and I don't know why. Rye. I know a lot of people do, and I just feel like it's got this harsh aftertaste I just can't get rid of.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's kind of like your difference between a Cab and a Merlot. It's very slight.
All right,
but it's not.
Yeah, but I don't like Cabs and I love Merlots.
Yeah, and see, that's a lot of people. But you haven't had a jammy Cabernet.
Whistle Pig Farm Stock Rye.
Ooh, of course, a Whistle Pig would be on there.
But I haven't had this one. We had the 15.
Oh my
15
God,
Vermont cask, and we had that.
And they're right about that Angel's Envy. I tell you something. That's one of my favorite whiskeys of all time.
I haven't had this one.
That's just a great bourbon. It really is.
That one looks pretty good.
It's awesome.
I like here's the kicker. Like, so we go back to Four Roses, right?
Yeah.
We're like I like the single barrel. You're kind of on it. You love the small batch. I don't think either one of us has had the small batch Four Roses, but like I hate the cheap version. Henry McKenna is another one. The cheap version, I think, is absolute shit. And Angel's Envy, beautiful, all across the board.
Absolutely.
Whistle Pig, from the cheap shit to
all the way to the
shit.
top. Yep.
No, actually, I'm not.
Are you serious?
There's at least two I absolutely detest.
I
really
for Whistle Pig, I need to spend about $50 a bottle for me to
really.
But from $50 a bottle up, it just gets beautiful and beautiful and beautiful and beautiful.
So that 10-year,
but Angel's Envy,
we absolutely
at 50.
Angel's Envy,
the 10-year we had here, sucked. We didn't like it.
Yeah,
and the what is it called? Farm stock.
Yeah,
what that farm sucked. That's terrible. So I mean their low end shit was little shit. It was not worth the money.
Look at here.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of the ones we have on our shelf.
And that's something I've never tried before.
Well, you're going to in a minute.
Try it.
Oh boy.
We got it in there.
Kindred I've never had.
Monkey Shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm glad that made it.
Oh my
and
God.
Look at the bottom right there.
How did that make a whiskey list though like that? I mean, you just see that's so out of place.
Oh yeah.
A little bit, but I feel like it's because it's made in Kentucky.
Whiskey.
No, the Monkey Shoulder.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Is I just feel like that's why.
Monkey Shoulder. If you're a Scotch fan, Monkey Shoulder is the best
It's really
buy for your money.
blended. If for $35 bottle, you can't beat it.
It's
And Old
it's
Forester,
great.
I think for the price point,
I
generally, had I not
freaking
discovered
love Old Forester.
Evan Williams
Now-
single barrel, I'd be all in on
I
Old
don't think
Forester.
I've had Old Forester straight rye.
I haven't either. But
I don't
I'm
think
just
I have
saying,
either.
like,
So
I am all in on Old Forester.
okay,
Had I not had Evan Williams single barrel, I would have said Old Forester as a brand is the best buy for the money.
And like you got to remember what site
came from a YouTube comment.
you
from
got to
one from our
remember
channel.
what site we are
That's
on,
true.
and it's
That's
a
true.
wine enthusiast site. And I will tell
Yeah.
you
Oh,
why.
Yeah.
You always want to believe like wine folks when it comes to whiskeys, their
Okay.
palate is nuts.
I didn't realize we was on a wine site. That list makes a lot more sense.
Doesn't it though? Yeah.
A
When you
lot
see the
more
port
sense.
wine barrel from Angel's
Now,
Envy,
now
yeah.
I'm like, I understand why, but now why isn't that Oak and Eden port cask on there? That's killer. So
Oh,
Good point.
well, boys, it was a good night.
Man, was it ever? Oh, I have a little bit of beer to cheers.
I have a feeling there's a few more things we all need to try off camera as we move this night on. But guys, thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Thanks for much for drinking with us and talking with us. Join us next week, I assume. Right?
next week, if everything holds true, we're going to have Devil's Canyon winery /
Oh.
brewery on here.
All right.
So
Cool.
he should be up here, and
Oh,
if we're lucky,
God, why?
Danny Lewis.
Danny.
And if we're lucky, we might even talk about ghost hunting a little bit if we can talk him into it. So
Do you think he can, like-
gosh.
I don't know.
love
If, I
that.
don't know if I want him to like do his ghost hunting stuff up here in the building. I don't know if I want to know
well,
that
we haven't even
information.
told him that we was even talking about that, so he's probably not going to bring his stuff.
But we'll see.
No, let him. I
We can
honestly
give him a
like.
heads up.
Are you guys fans of paranormal?
Heck yeah, I am.
I am too.
I love it.
I
love
love it.
it.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely. I'm gonna cheers to
All
you
right,
guys one more
so
time.
Next week, Danny Devil Canyon's Brewery.
Yep.
Some more whiskey, some more stuff. Guys, join us next week.
Somebody
if
will.
you want to drink something next week, shoot us a message. Let's see if we can get a hold of it, and we'll drink with you. Sound good?
I'll drink with you.
Ah, there we go.
I'll drink
All
to
right.
that.
Until next time.
Until next time. Cheers.
Whether it be
Try.
the glasses you're clinking.
Whether it be the whiskey you're spilling.
Oh, that's good.
Or whether it be the physics that you're trying for the first time.
Oh, that's a good one.
Grab a buddy and try something new.
Cheers.
See y'all. Have a good night.